All right, how's it going? Welcome everyone. This is Andrew Lane and Renee Benuelos here at 22Social. You're joining us on our live weekly training, and today's topic is three. Let's see. Let me pull it up. Three smart ways to turn your expertise into scalable, recurring, paid membership program.
It's got to be one of the most popular topics, I would say. Everybody always, when we talk about memberships, everybody always tunes in, right? So,
yeah, this is a money-making conversation today, and we want to make sure that you understand all the options that you have. So we're going to go through three really smart ways to start creating income quickly at whatever stage you're at in your business, whatever your expertise is. You can start creating money, new income streams very fast. And we want to show you the possibilities and help you take action. So you're not sitting there wondering what you should do, but seeing a clear path and doing it. So today we're going to do a couple things. We're going to go through these three smart strategies, and then we're going to log in and demo how to implement these strategies. Like we talk about, this is not just theory. This is actionable stuff that you can do, and we're going to show you exactly how to do it.
Are we doing back and forth, or do you want to go through all of them and then?
Yeah, we'll see how we're feeling. So
right.
we can either kind of go through one concept and then show you, or go through all three and then log in and do it.
Okay.
Maybe we'll ask you who are watching what would help you the most. But let's take a look at the comment stream.
Yeah, it looks like we got Camille, got Wayne, we got Ralph in here, we got Beverly. If you're watching, let us know where you're watching from. Let us know what business you're in. We got Andrea also in here. Let us know what kind of membership you want to launch. What is it you want to offer on a monthly basis? What kind of training? What are you an expert in? Just let us know. What are you all about? So Andrew's going to do most of the talking in terms of the slides and the demo, but I'll be in the background answering all your questions. So don't hesitate. Whatever you have in mind, just throw it in there. I type pretty fast. I always joke, I type faster than I talk. So
yeah, so this is your chance, right? If you're watching live, we got a good crowd on today. So we want to make sure this is real for you.
Wow.
We'll do our best to show you some examples and demos, but really, like, for you to take action on this and start creating those income streams, you need to know how it can work for your business. So we want you to ask questions, and we'll take as much time as we need to at the end here to answer those. But we'll get right into the core content right now and go through these concepts so you understand how they look. I think, Renee, it'd be easiest if we do the demo all at the end.
Yeah, okay.
Just because it can be kind of difficult going back and forth. You never know.
Sure.
So we'll get through the core content here to start it off, and then we'll show you how to implement it.
For those of you who are watching the behind the scenes on Facebook Live on our group, you're not in the right place. Go to 22Social.com/live and join us there.
No, they get it. But if you like watching the behind the scenes, right? So we do have in the group, right? So if you're in our group, you can see that we have like a behind the scenes camera angle basically set up here. So it's kind of fun to see as we're going through the training. You can see what's actually happening here, because it's just fun sometimes to see what it looks like behind the scenes. So we'll go ahead and share our screen and get right into it. Sound good?
Sound good. Let's get going.
Do one more comment refresh. Hey, Beverly, Benjamin, and Theo, Rebecca, Andy, James, Wayne, Brenda, Bambi. Wow. We got Australia, Washington, Texas. We've got Georgia, Pennsylvania, New Zealand, Florida, Jamaica, Colombia. Nice. Pretty good crowd here today. Okay, so Renee's going to keep an eye on your questions, and we'll get logged in here to this training. All right, 3 smart ways to turn your expertise into a scalable, recurring paid membership program. Now, number 1, actually, we kind of combined 2 of these. So the first one isn't necessarily scalable, but it's the simplest thing to get started, and it actually plays well off of last week's training. So we threw it in here as number 1. We kind of combined 2 of the ideas. So the first one we show you isn't going to be very scalable, but it's definitely a very good income stream.
You got to start to be able to scale. So
that's true. That's true. So eventually you'll be able to scale. All right, so let's get into it here. Let's go through number 1. Now, Renee, you kind of had some ideas here on number 1. So I'm going to let you kind of take us through this first one. Number 1, coaching subscription.
Yep. So as Andrew was saying, last week he trained on how to set up how to sell your time. Basically, one of the things you could sell your time wise is coaching. So rather than sell one-on-one training sessions and just kind of one-offs here and there, why not get people to commit to monthly coaching package? Maybe it's 5 coaching sessions a month, or or one a week that they can schedule as they need. And that way, number one, you know that someone's really, really serious, and it's actually a lot more fun for you because you know, hey, I'm not just going to spend an hour figuring out with somebody, but I'm going to get to work with them on an ongoing basis, and I'm going to see their progress. So I think that's a lot more enjoyable. So they could commit to a number of maximum sessions per month, maybe, or per week, whatever makes sense, and then just price it accordingly. It is your time, so got to be careful with that. And then format. Let's talk about so once Andrew talked about how to get them scheduled, how to set all that last time, but format, what do I do? How do I actually have those sessions? What if I'm in San Diego and this person's in New York? Well, I mean, if it's something that could be done over the phone, maybe a simple phone call. I mean, this has really been around in the industry for a long time. The famous coaching calls. One of the things I don't like about phone calls, though, unless you use Skype maybe, is that they're not too easy to record. But Hangouts on it, actually, this is my favorite one. I'm in love with the whiteboard. Every time I have one session with someone, I love getting on the whiteboard and drawing boxes. I think I have a box to point to. That's just how my brain thinks. So if you're the same way, or you think it needs something to be sketched out, if they have some problem they need help with and you need to get on the whiteboard, then a Hangout on it, that way you have your webcam right in front of you and right in front of whiteboard would work really, really well. I also like them because they're recorded. So you could, after you're done, you could send someone the URL to the YouTube video that gets created after they're done. And that way they have it as a way to go back to it, review it. So it's a lot more value for the person. Maybe a Zoom. Andrew, I think you used Zoom for a bit. I haven't used it too much, but a lot of people are using Zoom. So
now a lot of this, you can basically go back and watch our training from last week. We've got all those in our Facebook videos gallery. So, and I'm going to show you here in a minute how to take the whole system we talked about last week was doing just one, like, sessions of your time, selling sessions of your time, one-time payment where they buy like an hour of your time. This is like turning that into a subscription model. So you get maybe 10 people paying you a couple $100 a month, and they commit to this program. So it's maybe a couple hours a week or whatever you want to do. And now you just got to figure out how to, have them sign up for these times or schedule all this. Really, this is meant for, what we're talking about here is like a small group. It could be done with a Facebook group attached and all that, but if you just keep it simple, like a one-on-one coaching kind of thing, then this could be a simple way to take last week's model and scale it into a subscription where it's way more recurring, because it's kind of tough sometimes to get one-off, clients. This is a way to create more consistent income on a monthly basis. And it's really simple to do. Basically, you take your best clients, say, hey, I'm going to give you a discount. So you can have a discounted option here with this if they sign up for a subscription and commit to paying you on a monthly basis. It's a really nice way to create stable income.
Yep. And you could always also commit to giving them resources on an ongoing basis. I mean, that's just an option. But
let me show you, actually, since I kind of do want to show you because I think it'll help.
That's why I thought maybe doing them.
Yeah, and I think you're looking at like the wrong stuff here. Let me pull up. Let's see, where is it? Let me show you. Where is it? I'm going to get Susie down here. I'm going to show you an example real quick of, based on last week's training, and then we'll get back into the content here. There you go. I think you should be able to see. So last week, we built this app from scratch. So if you missed last week, you're going to want to see how we did this. This is a way to simplify your coaching, automate systems to schedule your clients. And we built this whole app here. And basically the idea, right, was to package up and sell your time or your service here in a simple way, have them prepay to get access. And then they would have access to this, basically a members area. They pay one time, and you can have a video now that tells them what to do, and you don't have to get on the phone with every person you ever work with. And this is a really easy way to scale that, make it easier for you and them, and have links below for them to take actions. All we're talking about with this model today is the same thing, but in the access settings, you want to turn this into, instead of a 1 hour coaching session, turn it into a subscription. So are you understanding how awesome this is? The fact that you can build this whole thing, and now if you want to, instead of having a one-time thing where it's like 1 hour of your time, turn this into a subscription program where you can make it $99 a month maybe. So now we could go ahead and do $99 first payment and $99 ongoing. Now I'm going to say it's a private monthly
Coaching sessions.
coaching, sessions will work, or a subscription or program or something like that. We could even say like 2 hours per month. So now they could subscribe to pay you monthly, and you could have this whole system worked out for them. So you could build a program like this really fast, and it's easy for you to deliver this and sell it because you do it the same way we did before. Now I'd have to change some of these credentials here. You need to plug in a couple of these codes, which is pretty simple to do. It only takes a minute. You only have to do it once. But now you've built a recurring monthly program. So let me close this out and show you again how this looks. You promote this page. They show up here. You have some video or graphic and some copy down here explaining the program. They can sign up for a subscription, pay to get to become a part of this program. And now automatically they're going to have access to that members area. So you can have your handful of premium coaching clients have access to some resources here, a video that they automatically see, and even buttons to maybe schedule their session for this month or fill out their form for what they would like from you on their next session. Communication things down here to contact you. And all that's just going to be preloaded for them when they go through. So it's a super smooth experience for them. And then you would just change this from one-on-one coaching to maybe your monthly coaching program. Another cool thing is if you built this, you did this last week and you built this app. Again, I walked through this step by step last week, but if you build it, if you wanted to have both options, so you could have a place that send people to buy like 1 hour of your time, you can send them here. If you want to then have an alternative option as part of a program, what you can do is duplicate the app and then customize the second one. So you can have two apps on your page. One is where they buy just one-off hours of your time. A second one could be a program that they subscribe to, and now it's a similar concept, but it's all still managed inside your SRM, your social relationships manager. You're going to see all their Facebook profiles. The payments are going right into your PayPal account. So it's a smooth process, and you could have two different apps on here with two different programs. So I hope that makes sense. Maybe is more real for you now that you see how awesome this can be. And I mean, I did this exact same thing myself, and it's just really cool to take some of my best one-on-one clients. I spent a year doing one-on-ones and getting those under my belt and getting that really dialed in. And then what I did is I raised my price for just 1 hour sessions and then built a subscription program. So I put some of my best recurring clients into a subscription, and I gave them a deal. I said, hey, you know what? If you commit to me long-term, you could even do an annual deal potentially here. You could do annual or monthly. So they commit to the whole year, maybe of once a month. You can take a big payment up front, like $1,000 for the whole year, and then they could be a part of this program. And you can just create a program that makes sense for you. Make sense?
Perfect.
Any questions on that coming in?
I think we're good.
Cool. So I think Angelica said, awesome. Never thought of doing that. Yeah, it's a really it's a great next step. So I recommend going through last week's training first before you do like a subscription, and get a few of those under your belt, and then you can figure out how to create a program where you can get $5,000 a month pretty much locked in, and you've got clients that you're committed to working with on a regular basis. And that's going to feel really good to have that stable income coming through. Cool.
Sound good?
All right. Next, number 2, access to private content. So just like a course where someone will pay for access to a course, you can have content here that your subscribers get access to. So they have to maintain their payments to continue having access to this content. So it's a very simple concept here, but sometimes this can be tough to know what you could do, right? So we're going to kind of give you some ideas here on how to structure your subscription content. All right, so we got updated content here, right? Number 1. This can be like a newsletter or PDF. So it could be as simple as this. Every month you change, or you like add a new piece of content, or maybe update the button to download a different file. So you could say, hey, we're just about to get to June. So maybe on like June 1st, you put in the new PDF download link and say the June edition is ready. All you subscribers can go grab the June edition. Next month, you just update the download button, and you could have content there. So this could be a PDF style format, or even just a Word document that you drop in there that's got a list of resources and links. The idea here is Can you create a product that's like $10 a month or something like that to start off with, even $5 a month, whatever you want to start at. And if you can make it worth someone else to pay you that money, then, if it makes sense for them to pay $10 a month for an updated resource list or a 10 top tips of the month, whatever you're doing on a regular basis to make your own life easier. Because usually if you're an expert at something, you're always kind of like researching and staying up to date on these things. So can you make it easier for someone else who maybe doesn't have the time to stay up to date, put it into a document? And I'm telling you, this could be just a quick Word document or a Google Doc, okay? Don't make any excuses for yourself. This does not have to be complicated. Type out a few paragraphs and maybe put a few links or a list of resources, and boom, now you have a piece of content that they could pay for access to on a monthly basis. And all you have to do is deliver that on a regular basis, and you're good. So we literally have people selling access to newsletters for 10, 20, $30 a month that has updated content, resources. It's kind of like a supercharged blog post almost. Just think of it that way, like just writing out some kind of
long
article.
form,
but now selling access to that, because this could be your premium content that they get every month. For them, it's totally worth it. And now you can scale that to an unlimited amount of people. So I'll show you how to do that. But the other way to have updated content is videos or audio recording. So how can it be maybe easier for them to consume? Can you write something up and then also have a video, explanation of that? Would that be better for your customers? Or maybe you just record audio and have an audio track in there? Or maybe it's interviews that go along with that content. So just think about all the different kind of content that you can create and charge for access to. This doesn't have to be free stuff that you put out there. This could be content that only people who are paying for access to can get. And if you know how to use 22Social, you can already do all of this very, very easily. It's just a matter of the ideas. And the other thing that's cool is downloadable files. So maybe it's some kind of templates or resources, or again, Word documents. I saw someone in the group today asking, hey, can I give away a Word document? It's like, yeah, just upload it to Google Drive, grab the share link, and then you get that URL and put it into a button inside the main content so that only people who have gone through the gate have access to it. So it could be that simple, right? But now you can have this be a part of your content. So the idea here is you could either, the idea with this is to just kind of replace that every month. So to keep it really easy for yourself, I understand you're probably thinking, okay, well now I need this massive library of information, right? Where do I host all of this? Well, you don't have to necessarily. If they're paying on a subscription basis, you can just deliver it.
Yeah, replace the last month's with this month's. You don't have to create it, promise an archive necessarily.
Right, maybe you sell that stuff later. You're creating content now every month. Maybe you kind of say, hey, it's only available that month, so be sure to get it right away. After that, I might sell it as a product, or I might, keep it somewhere else, or maybe you have a whole another payment where they can buy the entire archive or something like that. But to start off with, just keep it simple and just update the content every month.
We have Michelle here saying that she wants to put something together for her quilt and craft designs. So that could be a video recording of maybe how to create that one craft a month, 1 or 2 crafts a month. So yeah. Totally.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Way to be creative with that. Yes.
Even like cool pattern designs or templates or recommended fabrics, whatever. Like that could be part of some kind of content they download every month. Maybe it's a new idea, like an inspiration. Every month they get, imagine that, just some cool like new idea or a design that they could create. And you might already have like 50 of those. Think about that. Like this is where you can get really strategic, because
that'd be cool.
You don't have to make your life difficult. You don't have to give them, like gobs of content every month. If you have like a library of like 50 designs, there's 50 months of content for you. Yeah. You can literally start right now and say, this month's content is this. Is it worth $10 them to get that? Maybe you do a little video or show them or give your best info on that one template or piece of content, right? So maybe every month there's a new strategy that you deliver, and you already have a huge library of these available. That can make your life way easier. So something to think about. The other way is Hangouts on Air. So could you charge for access to your live broadcast? Just like we're doing right now. You saw how simple on the gate, I could just change the access setting so you could pay for access to monthly broadcast. Would that be valuable to your audience? You don't have to do this, but would it be cool for them to be able to show up and ask questions like you're doing right now in a members only environment where you can have discussions, even bring people onto the panel with you. So you can do training, you can show your screen, you could be on camera, you could go through a PowerPoint slide deck like I'm doing right now, or you could just show how to use software or do something online. So training can be part of that. Or you could do like a workshop where you bring people on and work through something. If it's more like relational advice or like coaching kind of stuff like that, be really valuable for people to show up live and be a part of some kind of hot seat or coaching session where you are working with people and discussing topics. Or you just bring on someone else who's maybe more of an expert at a certain topic, and now that's the value that you can contribute to your paid members. So a lot of ways to use Hangouts on air to create value. And again, if you start off with just $10 a month and you try to sell it, try to get 10, 20 people to pay you $10 a month for access to this content, you're going to start building much better authority and like credibility with your brand, because you're going to get those first 10, 20 people through. Now you're making a few $100 a month. You're feeling pretty good about yourself. And those 10, 20 people who are showing up and paying $10 a month, they're going to be way more likely to maybe buy your premium coaching program or buy your one-on-one session.
Yeah, that's just a pool where you're fishing out of it. It's almost like people are paying to be your leads at that kind of program. So
yeah, so that's why it'd be worth, I recommend to do this. I'd say start off really low price. Just start off at like $5, $10 a month and try to get 10, 20 people through it. If you can do that and they have a good experience and you're starting to get in the habit of creating content on a regular basis, maybe it's weekly or monthly, and you feel good about like pushing this and promoting it, now you have a little bit of ad budget. If you're making $200 a month, that's the money you could put back into ads, reinvest to find more people to start showing up. And you're also going to create a lot of content here that you can use for marketing. So you're going to create some case studies, some stories, some examples. It'll be really easy to start marketing and promoting this when you get used to creating content. And to show you how this looks, we launched one recently. I'll just show you kind of what we've done with this, where every month we do a workshop. For us, we just wanted to find a way to, here we go, speed to launch workshop, right? So every month we do like a 2-hour workshop where we go through some examples and core content, kind of dive in. But this is how it looks for paid members, right? On the gate, we put up a simple gate. Definitely needs to be improved. But it's a little bit of content here, $1 for the first month, and then $10 after that. And the way it looks is, we just created a product here. And there's how it looks. Speed to launch workshop, $1 for the first month trial. And this just helps us fund those extra couple hours a month. If we get enough people in here, we can pay ourselves a little more a month, a nice little bonus check, and invest a couple extra hours of our time to give more value and help people who are more serious and want to get in and get some like real in-depth content. So that's, we got to update this, but basically every month, I could update it, right? The stuff in here really easily.
Might as well.
What is it? It's June 1st.
Yes. Whoops.
But I'll show you. I want to show you how we do this, right? So we just kind of type in when the next workshop will be, preview. When we're not live, we have the replays here as an archive. So you can see that the previous workshops are right here as a video archive. Now what we could do, when we go live this next month, we'll stream it live right here. We've got our buttons and comments down below. When we go live, we just change this out. And now we tell everyone who's a member in here, right? We've got them all listed in our SRM. We can email them, let them know when we're going live, change out the media. And let me just take today's, like, for example, I could just take what we're doing right now. We grab the link. So the way it looks is media 1, we have a little like button so we can get more fans on our page. Media 2, when we're not live, we have the gallery. So all the previous codes from our YouTube videos are available. When we want to go live, we'll just change that to YouTube and then just paste in the YouTube link from our next live Hangout.
And boom.
And here we are, like with today's broadcast, literally a few seconds ago, you can see I'm broadcasting out into this app. I'm not going to save it, but if I saved it and then invited everyone in, now they can show up and watch our live broadcast, our live training, ask questions, be a part of the workshop. Then when I'm done, I'll switch it back to the gallery mode just by changing from YouTube to a video gallery. I can copy that ID from this month's training, put it at the front, comma, preview.
Boom.
And this is actually our live broadcast right now, but it's in the video gallery. So it looks, this is actually live broadcasting in the gallery, which is cool.
That was a decent preview, actually.
Yeah, nice. But there's also the other replay. So it's that easy to just keep adding new content on a monthly or weekly basis, to broadcast live, do your like webinars inside a members only area, have them pay on a monthly basis, and only paid members have access to all this content.
Yeah, Andrew says he launched a training course and is charging $17. Oh, okay, yeah. I misread. I thought he meant membership, but I guess it says it's selling like hotcake.
Oh, nice, good stuff, Andre. That's awesome.
I think he's also prepping a membership.
Yeah, let us know if you're doing a membership to create some more recurring. You know, you could definitely take those people paying $17. If you have a course, I mean, those are people that would be probably want more ongoing training from you. Maybe premium coaching or some kind of, you know, community aspect to get more training. Maybe a live format, you know, take them through that course where they paid $17. Then you say, hey, you want access to my monthly workshop where I'm going to like implement these strategies and work with people on that concept. Now they can show up and get access for like 10, 20 bucks a month in this area, your members area. So I'm going to close that out, but that's literally what we're doing with this one here. We built it for ourselves, but the concept is so simple. But that's the live option, right? So it doesn't have to be live. That could all just be recorded. You could record it and pop in a new recorded video every month. And that's kind of that updated content, right? So it doesn't have to be live, but it might be more valuable to your audience.
Yeah, he says he's currently creating a Facebook Live course and creating a Facebook group where I can charge $10 a month.
Nice,
yeah,
nice.
We're going to go over groups in a minute, but yeah.
Yeah,
good.
Well, that leads us perfectly into our next one here, where we can take all of this and now add another element and have a Facebook group as part of this as well.
Yeah, we told Andre to post that so we could segue. Just kidding.
Perfect timing, Andre. So this is really where it gets fun. And again, I want to emphasize that this is optional. So you don't have to do a group. You could just have a membership with stuff there, and they only have access to that main content on that one app on your page. Okay, so you could just do this, and that could be enough. The group is an optional add-on, and we've made it simple, as many of you know, to basically allow access. So basically the same concept here, where they paid for access through your gate. You know who you have their Facebook profile, they've already registered, and you you have them in your SRM, so they're paying you through PayPal. You have their Facebook profile registered for your app. Now that makes it easy to add them to a group because you know what their Facebook profile is. And if they cancel their subscription, we make it easy for you to remove them from your group. So this is just an optional add-on. Now, with that said, Facebook groups give you a lot more power. Mm-hmm. Okay, getting them into a group as part of your value for your paid membership is incredible. There's a few main reasons why. So number one, obviously, is community. There's a little bit of the community aspect with doing live trainings. They can ask questions in the comment stream, and it's kind of interactive. But getting them into a group gives them that 24/7 kind of community where they can ask questions, they could comment on things. You can get feedback. So Renee, how have you been using that feedback?
Oh, well, mainly, I mean, I think one of the things usually in my group when I'll post when someone's actually made some progress in their business and what I'm helping with, which is launching a tribe. You'd be surprised how often somebody else will jump in and say, hey, you know what? I love what you posted. Here's some feedback. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's just the nature of how I've set up the group. And that's really one of the big, powerful advantages of that Facebook group is so that you're not the only one giving feedback and you save some time, but also so that they get the added benefit of getting more than one person's opinion and having that community help each other out. So yeah,
if you've ever read the book Tribes by Seth Godin, one of the critical parts to building a tribe is allowing your members to interact with each other. And obviously that's what a Facebook group is so good with that. I want to point out though that you don't have to let them post. So inside a group, you might be wondering or concerned about, oh my gosh, I don't want to moderate this thing. I don't want to have everyone blasting and spamming the group. You can set it up to where only the admin can post in the group. So it's a cool way to kind of leverage a group and provide more value. but restrict your members from being able to post in there. Something just I want you to know that you can do.
In that case, it's not quite as much of a community, but it's okay. I mean, there's a lot of other reasons to use that group for. I mean, it's excellent for hosting content, files, for making updates because of the organic reach of a group. I mean, there's so much
communication in general.
Yeah, exactly.
People are paying you monthly. You might as well give them a place where you can like keep them updated, right? Maybe your page isn't great for that. If you get them in a group where maybe you have like 50 members who are paying you monthly, even as part of a coaching program, right? I mean, that could work well too. Just keep them updated. Hey guys, want to let you know, reminder here. Here's some resources for you. Just a way to keep the communication simple. Maybe email's not as reliable as it used to be. So having that place for them to go to get updated is really nice. And then the members directory is great too. Another value, so they can see who else is in there. For them, that might be really huge. The other really cool thing that you got to understand is hosted content inside a group. Facebook groups lets you have unlimited amount of content hosted for free. Okay, this is huge. And I want you to make sure you understand the power of this. They let you host documents and files. And that means you can upload your PDFs. You can have a bunch of stuff stored inside this group. So now your members will have access to this, and it's super easy for you to just keep that updated, send them to that one place inside your group. It's like a full-blown membership site, just like you try to build, on a WordPress or whatever with all these plugins and complicated stuff. Facebook gives this to you, so it's so valuable. The documents, I want to point out, this is huge. Documents are much more than just written documents. You can create a document inside your group, and in that document, you can embed media.
Could be a little course, right?
You can create a mini course with these documents. You can embed a private Vimeo video into a document. So you could have like structured step-by-step trainings in these documents that are hosted inside your group where only your paid members have access. You can have even links to that. So it's a really cool way to use this stuff that no one is really talking about, I don't think. It's kind of brand new. And actually, they just added the ability to embed media, including audio files, videos, into these documents inside your group. So now the benefit here, the big benefit is if you have a lot of content, it's easy to organize it, and it's easy for your members to consume it. So many of you, I know, have tons of stuff. You're creating videos all the time. How can you make it simple for them to consume? Well, a group is pretty good because of the ability to create files, documents, and organize them in one place. And it's all private, protected. This cannot be shared. The really cool thing is the privacy of this, because it cannot be shared outside of that group.
Yeah, that document could be a directory. You could have maybe one post every week with an updated material that you commit to giving them. And then maybe there's a document in the group that kind of links to every single one of those posts to make it easier for them to find and consume. So you can get really creative with this. Yeah,
just explore and make the most of it. If you're going to do a Facebook group, we're trying to show you the power here of what you can do. And it's literally as easy as editing like a Word document. That's how easy it is to have now hosted, protected content online. It's mind-blowing how easy this is.
And upload files. Any file. It doesn't have to be a document created from scratch.
Yeah, you could upload your PDFs and all that. But the other cool thing, obviously, is videos, images, and posts. So this, again, is private stuff, only for your members, and can't be shared. And then, of course, this is insane, doing Facebook live streams inside your group. So you could do live training and demos. There's a lot of cool tools nowadays to do professional presentations with Facebook Live. It's not just with your phone anymore. Now you can do a lot of desktop stuff, do presentations. And it's cool because you can now leverage Facebook's platform. It's different than the Hangout on Air, where you're doing that in the app, right? So we talked about you leverage both platforms. They're going to have access to the app content and the group. So you could do a Hangout on Air in the app, as we mentioned before. But the group now gives you another option if you prefer doing Facebook Live, if your members prefer Facebook Live. Some of the benefits there is they're going to get notified that you're going live in the group. They can come chime in really quickly. They're in the group already. They just pull up their phone and they can comment, ask questions. This is what some of these horse trainers are doing. It's very simple for them. They don't need to be at their computer to fire up a Hangout on Air. They can just use their phone out in the world and broadcast to their members out there in real time, showing them tricks and strategies. As one of them said, it's better than any DVD you'll ever buy. This is real time, real life training, on the job training, where like you can be out there with your phone whatever your expertise is, whether it's like yoga, karate, whatever. You can be in the studio, kind of like walking around doing like real-time trainings, and then those become recordings, and then you could even embed those, video files into documents and just have it organized for them, right? So it's really cool. And then of course Q&A, which is very valuable with Facebook Live. Super easy to take questions from your members. So on that, I don't know if we need to show too much. I think I can show you.
Show people where they add the group.
Yeah, let me show you how easy it is to get this set up. Let me find my link here. I'll pull up the, here we go. Again, we'll go to this demo page. So let's say you got a membership program. And you build it. It could start off as just some kind of members area where they have access to content, as we talked about, videos, downloads, whatever else you want to load in here. You can change the layout and add all kinds of stuff, videos hosted here. So that's one area they have access to. You'll lock it up, of course, with a gate, and you'll put your sales page here so they have to buy to get access. But what else you could do is in the access settings, to set it up, you'll just go in and edit these subscription settings. But the cool thing here is you can add a group. So at any time you can add a group. It could be an existing group, it could be a new group. What I have is I have an example group I just made right now. As long as it's a closed group, this will work well. So what I have to do is get the URL to that group, copy it. It's just facebook.com/groups/ the name of your group or the unique ID number of the group. So you grab that, copy it, paste it here. Let's see, I think I need to put, yep, there we go. Now this is going to kind of sync it up so that it's easier to manage. It doesn't do anything kind of magically, but it's just going to make your life easier. So when you set up the group access in the gate access settings, you'll set up the subscription, you'll set up the group link, preview, save. And now in the main content area, let me refresh. There's a few things that happen right away. One is that all your members on the inside here will have this little enter group link up here, which will link over to your group so they know that a group is attached. Number two is we can add a button down here to link to your group. So if I go ahead and go content, buttons, button 3 here, I can now choose group as a button because I have it synced up there in the access settings. So I can choose to have a link over to the group just so you don't have to remember that link. It's already handy and ready to go. So I make a action type group. Now I have a button over to the group. And so those are two ways to get your members into the group, right? So once they go and request access to the group, you'll be able to see them in your SRM. You'll see their profiles. You'll see that they paid, and then it's going to be synced up perfectly because you see who they are on their Facebook profile, and you can then add them to the group. If they cancel, let me show you what it looks like if they cancel their subscription. Part of today's training. The notes are 22Social.com/notes/memberships. Spelled that wrong. Here we go. 22Social.com/notes/memberships. We kind of break down how this looks. And if they cancel, you'll have what's called the, not that one, the cancel list. So you can see who has canceled, when they canceled, and then you can click and it will open up your group for you and you can remove them. So it's seamless management. This ties up with your PayPal account and then shows you which Facebook profile you need to remove. If you didn't use 22Social, you would not know what their Facebook profile is. You would have to figure out, based on the PayPal email that they're paying through, who you should remove from your group. And that's really difficult to do and sometimes impossible. So what we've done for you is make it simple. We show you their Facebook profile and show you need to cancel them and remove them, and then even link it into your group so you can remove them. So the point here is you can maintain the privacy of your group so that only active paid members are in there. It's really nice and convenient. So that's all part of the process. Again, you'll see all the paid members as they're coming in. If they have a green badge, you'll know that they've paid. You'll see how much they paid. And you have all their profile information here. You can export this, hook it up with your CRM, have all these paid members on a email autoresponder, et cetera, et cetera. But that's kind of the magic of it all. And again, we have all this kind of written down with video tutorials and trainings. I wanted to show you, it's really simple to manage. Once you get the hang of this, it's really not that bad. But of course, the first app you set up is going to be the hardest. So again, those notes are here. And I just want to show you some ideas, right? So to get you, we'll take some questions here in just a moment, but to give you some inspiration, right? So if you did a $10 a month, like Andre said he's going to do, if it's a newsletter, maybe some kind of updated video content every month, even a live hangout workshop every month. What are they paying for every month? All you need is get 100 people in there, and now you're making $1,000 a month. And it's scalable, right? Because you're doing the same amount of work. If you have 100 people or 1,000 people, as you get better and better, you can build that membership base and eventually get up to $5,000, $10,000 a month. There's no limit, and there's no extra fees from us or PayPal. It's the same fee from PayPal. We don't charge you any extra fees as you grow and build. So it's super scalable, and you're going to be profiting a lot of money without doing any more work. So it's really worth trying to figure this out and invest your energy to get this going. Let's say you did like a $49 a month workshop, right? So you're using that live concept. Maybe they get access to this month's workshop plus all the replays, as we showed you kind of the model we were doing. And all you need is 21 people to sign up for that. And now it's kind of like a group coaching program. At that point, if you're doing live a workshop, maybe you give them the ability to come out on a hangout. As everyone else is watching, the other 20 members are watching, you could be coaching and working with someone, and then have maybe a panel of up to 9 people. So Hangouts Scenario lets you do that. You can even use Zoom as your platform. Doesn't matter what you use, but this is kind of the concept. You could have some kind of $49 a month workshop. That's going to be over $1,000 a month extra income. And that's pretty scalable depending on how you structure that. That could be completely scalable where everyone could attend and watch these workshops on a weekly or monthly basis, and you're making upwards of $1,000 a month. Or as we talked about first, maybe you do a $500 a month coaching program. Some of your newsletter subscribers are saying, hey, I need help implementing this. I love that content you're giving me on a monthly basis, but I want your help. I can't do this myself, or I'm just frustrated. I don't want to waste all this time. So maybe you get them on a $500 a month coaching program where you kind of work with them and implement the strategies for them and help them get the results they're looking for. All you need is a couple people to sign up for that, and boom, there's another income stream. So all these, the first two are very scalable. This one, hey, price it what you want. That's going to be nice, stable income because they're subscribing to you on a regular basis. And again, the other cool thing with that is if you wanted to, instead of charge monthly, if you want them to commit, say, hey, I'm going to work with you
in a year
on a monthly basis, but I need you, not single, we can do a subscription. I need you to commit to an annual, $1,000 a year, or $10,000, $1,000 a year program, right? So now you get them on an annual payment. They prepay for the whole year, and boom, you've got a nice chunk of change right there. And that could be for a couple hours a month, right? You could set it up to what is going to make sense for you and them. Maybe it's a weekly check-in, 1 hour a week check-in, $1,000 a year. You get 10 people on that program, and you are adding a bunch of income to your, monthly, whatever, your income streams. Anyway, pretty cool though. It's fun to break it down. Okay, so of course, start simple, build big, and profit along the way. That's what we want you to do. You don't have to bite into all this and understand all of it right now. Start simple, do one of these strategies, and of course, the working with people might be the best way to get started, so you can get some real examples, case studies. If you don't have any examples to show, it's gonna be hard to sell a program, a course, or a subscription. So working with people is usually the best way to get started, but we want you to profit along the way, not waste any time, get a lot of feedback as you build this thing. And of course, start off with like a 10-person beta program. With these subscriptions, if it is a $10 a month thing, try to get 10 people to buy. That's the hardest thing to do, okay? That's a huge step for you to take. Now you have your beta group. Maybe give them a deal or give them free access, but get that beta group so you can get feedback and create stuff that people actually want and format your program around that. Once you get that dialed in, you can update some of your stuff, update some of your sales copy, and then promote it. And it will be effective if you have an offer that people really want, and you can back it up and show them that it's worth doing. And at that point, you'll be like Will, who's an awesome example for us. We keep showing you this because Will did exactly what we're talking about here, and it's just great to show what it looks like when you can wake up in the morning and cha-ching, 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 your PayPal account.
It feels really good.
It's just getting you're like, dang, I got all the bills covered today. Like, just for my recurring payments, whether it's $10, $15. He's raised the price over time up to like almost $30 a month now for his content. But he started off at $10 a month. It's much easier to raise your price than it is to lower it. So just start low, get a feeler, get feedback from people, improve your content, make it more valuable, and start getting that cash flow so that you can, get to this point. It's totally realistic. All right, we got a winner today, and then we're going to take some questions. So we're giving away a year of 22Social Premium. The winner is, you ready for this? Nancy from Seattle,
Washington. You win 1 year of 22Social Premium. It's our biggest account. We have standard that comes with 3 fan pages, which is a trial for. On this page, if you're watching, there's a button for you to try for 30 days. But she actually won the premium, which gives you access to be able to install this on up to 100 fan pages, which usually it's 1-to-1. So it's about 100 different businesses. So Nancy could easily use this to help clients or even create a small agency out of this, helping people have success with 22Social.
Yeah, so all of you, creatives out there, all of you experts, if you enjoy building this up and learning these strategies, and once you kind of master the software, you're going to have the ability to implement all these strategies for yourself, but you could also do it for your clients and charge them. So you can create subscription programs, helping your clients, get them on a few $100 a month program where you launch their course and manage it for them, or launch their own subscriptions. So that's what the premium plan is for. We recommend just get 22Social, get the trial, get our standard plan, and put it to use for yourself. Maybe 1 or 2 clients, because you get 3 fan pages with the standard plan. And then if you need to upgrade to really start building these apps for your clients, you can get our premium plan, and that's going to be really fun for you. I know me 5 years ago would be freaking out over the ability to do this, because you can move so fast. And check out all of our other training, right? Get in the group, check out the training we have. We've got in our video, let's see, there's our group. Well, there's our group. Check it out. 22s.com/group is the 22Social Power Users group.
Do we have files in this group? No, right?
Yeah, we haven't done a whole lot in this group yet. No. Our individual paid groups, Renee and I are definitely maximizing groups. The fan page here, we've got, that's not even it. I want to show you replays and all that. We got a lot of these videos, and some of the things I referred to recently in this training were videos that we have in our gallery here. So the live recordings, as I mentioned last week, showed you and set up that whole app, how to automatically charge and schedule your virtual coaching clients, using sweepstakes to attract clients, using webinars. For all the purposes we talked about today, we broke that down, right? So you can do it for free webinars like we're doing right now, or your paid members area content. So lots of stuff here. The videos are there, the resources, the links, and even a training on how to make $1,000 in the next 30 days.
Whoa.
There we go. And these have lots of links and resources. So we're giving you what you need. What you got to do is start and dive in, get the trial, have a Facebook page, and you're going to be able to implement these strategies and hopefully make money right away. That's where I recommend just watching this training, because it's going to help you make some income as fast as possible. We want to help you get to $1,000 profit, income online as fast as possible, because that'll give you the momentum to keep moving forward. That first 1,000 is the hardest, especially with like a new platform, new software. We know it can be challenging to learn some of this. There's a lot to take in all at once, but just focus on one thing that you can profit with as you learn the rest of this stuff. All right, we got some questions, Renee. Anything jumping off the page that we need to answer?
I think I covered most of it. I think we're good.
Anything helpful?
Jennifer's asking, can you integrate with webinar platforms like Webinar Ninja? I'm not sure how they work. If you want to recommend that we look at something for integration purposes, we do have a place where you can actually request features. and we'll add them as it makes sense in our development schedule. It's actually 22s.com/updates. And that's also a place where you could see changes that are happening in our platform. So let's see. Katana has a question. Do you guys do live Q&A? Katana, actually, you know what? What I recommend?
Well, we do have one tomorrow. Might be worth checking out. It's kind of a beginning on how to style and edit your apps. So our Facebook Live tomorrow is at 10:30 Pacific.
Oh, yes, you're right.
So we do Facebook Live on our Facebook page every day. You can subscribe to that on our page, just so you know. Where is it? It'll be one of the recent ones here. It's probably be a good place because these are where we kind of break down how to style and edit your apps. So you can go there. It was posted 3 hours ago, and just get a reminder so that Rob will go live tomorrow, and he will be showing you some of those basics editing stuff. So if you want to make it look nice, he can help you do that. As far as groups go, why don't you post in our group something more specific, and we can give you some strategy tips, and a lot of people can chime in because we have people using groups and leveraging groups.
Community feedback we talked about.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have all the answers, and we don't have time in the day to answer everything. So if you go to where is it? Our group, post that in the group, and we'll do our best to answer along with other members.
Yep. And there's always a support system. So 22s.com/support, and there's a lot of most of your questions, technical wise, are going to be answered. Not strategy, but technical.
I'll just answer that.
Yeah, I figured that was for you.
All right. Turn on. Oh, okay, so setting the maximum. That's a good question. So, if you want to limit it, if you have too many people signing up and buying, such a tough problem.
Yeah, it's not a bad problem.
You can turn the button off, right? So how would you do that, Renee?
Here's what I recommend that you do.
That can be, where'd my demo girl go? Here we go. Okay, so let's say we're in here and we had like 20 people pay $1,000 a year, and we're like, it's
done.
Too much.
Go back. You can go to button.
So I'm in the gate.
Gate
setup here. Gate button on the gate.
Go to button. Hit that switch where it says on. Turn it off. What I would actually recommend is not just do this, but also add some text to the page where close to where the button would normally be, and say, hey, this is currently sold out. Something that makes sense. This is currently sold out. Maybe somewhere where they can get information. I mean, ideally, if you are going to close it, I would link it to another app with a waiting list.
Okay,
yeah, so at least that. So people don't go like, what happened? I can't. Where's the button? At least people aren't confused.
Well, you can have a link, right? So you can even have a text link and just
send it to like another app that's a waiting list or something, or a form or whatever makes sense.
So just in this text editor, you'd be like, click here to get on the waiting list, and then you could highlight that, and this little where is it? Link button here, right in the text editor. You can click on that, and maybe go to like, whatever. I'll just link to Facebook. Good enough.
Yeah, obviously that would be somewhere that makes more sense.
So you maybe make that blue or something. But I mean, there's an idea, right? So you could close it down and then tell them to go somewhere else.
So Katana, a waiting list could be another app, almost like a lead magnet app, where all they do is sign up to get on the waiting list.
Yeah, or just have a form somewhere where they can sign up. I mean, keep it simple. You don't have to get too crazy with that. It's kind of a rare scenario. Here we are. She was just asking about that. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think we answered that, Katana. I mean, just make a Google form or something. Send them there to get on a waiting list. I mean, I would just keep it simple. Like, you don't need to make a whole other app and get complicated.
Yeah,
just get them somewhere signed up. Your email autoresponder probably has, a way to create a quick form and just say, hey, fill us out, and I'll send you an email when we're live or something.
And then the Wix form wants to know about your course. No, that's not what's being taught tomorrow, actually.
Tomorrow's just on our Facebook page at 10:30 a.m. We had to bump it back a little bit. It'll be just basic, not graphic design course. It's just going to be tomorrow's just a basic understanding how to use the app and styling features and all that.
Yeah, just ping Andrew directly for questions on his course.
Yeah, contact me about that. Let's see what else we got. Okay, let's scroll back a little bit. If you got any other questions?
All the old stuff I got covered for the most part. So
nothing that would be helpful for others. Sync to your group.
Well, if you want to go over them again, we could.
Well, no one else saw this. If I want to say anyone else watching, was there something that would benefit?
Let me look.
Newsletter format. Yeah. So the idea here, like I mentioned, I would just make a, if you don't have the experience creating like some kind of PDF or whatever, just go into Microsoft Word and type out a few paragraphs and add some links. You can, just like I showed you in the editor here, add some links or whatnot, whatever the information they need, create it. And I think you can export as a PDF on like Microsoft Word, and boom, you've just created a PDF. Don't let these technical things get in your way. All they need is some file that they can look at that has information. So whatever you can do to make that happen, you can keep it really simple.
I think that
Google Docs is another great way to do that. So it's like Microsoft Word in the cloud, Google Docs. The SRM will not automatically let you know when someone cancels.
Okay, maybe I misunderstood.
It will display in the cancel list. So basically you want to check like once a month and just check to see who's canceled that month. They will be removed from access automatically to the app itself, but they will not be removed from the group itself.
So you got to go and click through, and that's what you demoed earlier. So you can just rewind and watch them demo that, Andrew.
Yeah. Yep, it's being recorded.
Does it sync to your FE group automatically? You might want to go there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still a manual process, but the benefit is that customer list on the SRM, those names will be a direct match to the people who are requesting access.
Yes.
And Andrew went through that earlier. So
right. Since you're clicking Facebook profiles here, it's just so much easier than a PayPal email.
Yeah, and
we made that mistake once, and it was such a pain to figure out who these people were.
Right.
The PayPal email. So at least our system helps you kind of connect their profile with their PayPal email. Yes. So notes in groups are incredible. That's what I said by document. It's the same. It looks the same as notes. So just like what we've been using notes for, if I could find it. Well, if you look at our notes, I mean, we've really maximized notes on our page. Now they've made group notes or group documents equal in awesomeness.
Equal in awesomeness.
Well, you can have, this isn't a great, this is a terrible example. Let's find, like you can have video content embedded into, like you can have this piece of content in your group so that only your members can see this, and they cannot be shared because they will have to log in with their Facebook account to see this if this link gets shared. So we're talking like full-blown lockdown membership content only, this, which is basically a full video course with links, with notes, with documentation and graphic screenshots. This environment. And now you can even, I tested, you can embed private Vimeo videos into these notes inside your group. So completely mind-blowing what you can do inside a group. I hope all of you are excited about that, because it really is never in the history of humanity been easier to create private amazing content. Too easy. I like that. We'll work with PayPal accounts in any country. Yeah, we integrate with all kinds of currencies.
As long as PayPal will work with it, we can do it.
Charlie's asking me to prevent them from sharing a PDF. You can't really lock that down. So you might consider using that group format instead of those notes inside a group. Those cannot be shared, but a PDF file, if they can download the file, then they can share it, right?
And reality is it's nearly impossible to prevent someone from doing anything. They could print that screen, scan it. Yeah, they could take a picture with their phone. Take all
this, copy and paste it. I mean,
right. So you can't prevent. But if someone's going to go out there, maliciously go out there and spread your content all over the internet, guess what? They just created traffic for you. People are going to go, oh, great. Where does this come from? Let me go learn more. So that's not the worst thing that can happen.
Yeah, I see a lot of some good questions coming in about groups. I kind of want to show like what it looks like. I mean, here's a group I literally made right before we went live. When you're in here, you can you'll see when oh my gosh, you can post stuff, right? So you can add in obviously photo, video. You can add a file. You can do more. You can do a lot more in groups than you can anywhere else.
Poll.
So doing events inside your group is really cool. Creating a doc, that's what we've been talking about. You can have photo albums. You can have a poll, and you can even sell stuff. It's more meant for like physical goods, but it kind of depends on what you're doing with your group here. But really, it's these media creation tools is so amazing. So if I did create a doc, just so you can see, boom, now we have that whole platform where I can do title. I can have, you know, lesson 1. And you can have now, I can embed video. I think I could probably pop in today's live training.
Facebook,
which is
fired.
kind of ridiculous.
That is Instagram, SoundCloud, Twitter, Vimeo, Vine, YouTube. I mean,
see if that might not like that link. Let me just see, just so you can see like how fast this is to snap together. I just want you to make it real. I think I need that link. They are a little sensitive about the links you use.
yeah. But no, we're better at that than they are.
Yeah, lesson 1, subscription models. I don't know. I'm just showing you like formatting is really easy. And then you can have, you know, down below resources. And then you can have a bullet point list.
They look clean.
Link 2, right? So you can link these. And you can have a cool big graphic up here, so you can go grab a photo and download it. And I just want to make all this real for you because, like, you have the power to create anything you want easier than ever before. You just got to kind of figure out how to do it, right? So the mobile lifestyle. Starter course. Subscription models.
On and on and on. You have,
yeah, you could have unlimited videos here, like video course, so video training. I don't know. Boom, they watch resources, links. Did I not link that? Anyway, you could link it, whatever. You get it. Then I can just kind of do that over and over. Maybe lesson 2 is another one. And now when you boom, lesson 2. Publish. One thing I want to show you on that is, let me edit that, but now you have this content here. It's also hosted. If I refresh, we're going to see a files tab over here on the left. See how that now pops up here on the left? Files. Now that I've created one file format here, that's now organized in your group. So in the files section, we have the Mobile Lifestyle Starter Course.
and you can upload all kinds of different files too.
Yes, you can upload files, PDFs. You have all your stuff in here. And a new thing they just added as well is the ability to, if I edit this, I can uncheck the option down here in the bottom left. This is important if you have like a course content. You can make it so they can't edit. So by default, people in the group can edit this doc, so it's kind of a collaborative document. But now you can uncheck that so that your members are not able to edit this document. So that's important and a really cool update they just added. So they've really enhanced this in the last month. And now this is content you can have in your group. Okay, so I hope that is exciting. Let's see, I'll do one more refresh on this and then we'll wrap up today. We're just over an hour. Like how the file posts into my group page when I update it. Yeah, I understand that. Not much you can do about it. Not the worst problem in the world. I think it's much worse to have to go build a whole membership program on your own than have an update. So weigh the pros and cons there. But yeah, I get what you're saying with that. Yep, exactly what I just showed you. You got it. Yeah, so get awesome photos. I like pexels.com. Totally free stock photos. You can search for like, you know, running, whatever. They have categories and all kinds of cool stuff. Tons of photos. There's lots of photos like that. Pixabay.com has a little more variety, but not quite as high a quality sometimes. So pixabay.com, pexels.com. Another awesome one is everypixel.com.
a new one on me.
Yeah, they've got some really cool stuff. You can even browse by paid images as well. So you can do like color filtering. I mean, it's just crazy what you can do. I don't know what happened there. I guess no downtown images in that. But if I just, you can browse by color. I mean, there's so many cool tools online. This stuff is just fun.
I hadn't seen that one. That's pretty cool.
Golden age for entrepreneurs, I'm telling you. I mean, it's just, these are photos that you have access to for free that world-class photographers have taken and give you the ability to grab photos. And then you can download it for free. So all of these are totally free to use. Anyway, for those of you stuck on it for more than an hour today, you get that free crash course in stock photos. Let's see. Group integration, awesome. Check out, I think that would probably get you some good info. I think that's the same as the memberships. I think it's the same link.
Not sure. I don't think so.
Okay, this is kind of that group connect. So we do have some good training here. All right. So I think we're all good today. All set, Renee?
I think so.
All right. Well, thanks for hanging out with us, and we hope you had some value from getting the Q&A, right? We find that's valuable. If you want to show up live, if you're watching the replay, no problem. We're going to have this replay here for you, so you can keep coming back and checking it out whenever you need to. We want to help you get to that first $1,000 and then beyond. Ideally, we'd love for you to create $5,000, $10,000 a month subscription programs, really create some more stability in your life, and maybe go full-time with your passion and turn your expertise into a full-blown business. Maybe eventually you can even hire a team to support your paid subscriptions. I mean, that's really the dream, and it's totally realistic for you. You need some support, join the group. We've got technical support for you and lots of resources to help you implement all these ideas.
And if you haven't started, don't forget to start with a free trial.
Yeah, you got to get the software to do this stuff. Otherwise, good luck. There's not many platforms that make it this easy at a price point that we've purposely kept low to help you profit more as you get started. We want to help you make money so that you stick around with us for a long time and we can continue supporting you. We're using 22Social to build our own side income streams using these exact strategies. And for us, it's a ton of fun. And we're going to continue making this platform even better with your feedback and with our own experience doing this right along with you. So thanks again. We look forward to seeing you again on our next trainings. And
see you guys.
See you in the group. Peace.